All right, jumping into the number 5 spot of the top 5 best yoga mats is the ProsourceFit, coming in at a price tag of only $25.99. Oh, and if at any point during the video you want to check out any of the 5 yoga mats in this video, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links. But the ProsourceFit, well, this is the best budget value pick on the list. Throughout this list, in every spot, I've picked the best in that price segment. So if you want high-end yoga mats, that's in the number 2 and 1 spot. But if what you're looking for is a budget or entry level or just something that you don't want to spend a bunch of money on, well, this mat is easily the best budget yoga mat. When buying a value mat, you have to prioritize cushioning and comfort, as well as good grip and as little stretching of the mat as possible. This is because the ideal and perfect yoga mat in the perfect world should be extremely grippy to allow you to relax into the pose, but also stable, so as thin as possible, because typically thicker mats are harder to balance on. But it also needs to be comfortable so there isn't pain in certain poses, especially on your knees and elbows. But the mat should also not stretch itself, as this will decrease your stretch, as well as potentially making you unbalanced and, well, maybe getting injured. Now, unfortunately, you're just not gonna get all of those things in a budget mat like this, but in this budget value space, going for a thicker mat is actually the better choice here. Even though balance won't be as good as a thinner mat, most of the cheaper, thinner yoga mats are very painful to use and they stretch, just making an absolute mess. And in most cases, it's just not worth buying a thin, cheap yoga mat. Also, there are a ton of colorways to choose from, whether you want blue. I really like the gray if you just want something plain, but there's also black and tons of other colors. I think there's a pink as well. Check the links below if you want to check out all the colorways though. All right, but how does the ProsourceFit actually perform? Well, it actually has good grip. It's very plushy soft without being super unbalanced. And this is the 1/2 inch variant. I don't really recommend the 1 inch variant. That's just too much. You're gonna be super unbalanced and you really don't need any more comfort or cushioning than this 1/2 inch. It gives you as much as you'd ever need. This 1/2 inch mat literally never once let me feel like I needed a thicker mat or more comfort. It definitely has 100% of the comfort covered. Now the balance here, while not as good as the higher end density mats, thinner mats on the list, it's actually much better than I expected. I really didn't have a problem using this mat. And honestly, this has been the most enjoyable stretching that I've done on a mat that's in this price range. This mat, really is quite good. Also, because it's thicker, it doesn't really stretch out, so you can maintain your pose. Grip when wet is okay. It still allows you to be able to do the stretch, but there is some sliding with a lot of sweat. And fortunately, even though this is a budget mat, this is using NBR foam, which is a non-toxic foam. Not always common at these ultra budget price categories. Sometimes they're using some toxic stuff. Overall, for the price, this is the best budget or value yoga mat I recommend. But with that, let's move on to the number 4 spot, which is a very interesting mat. This is the Feetlu Foldable Mat, coming in at a price point of $50. But the price point does vary by colorway, and there are a lot of colorways, so check the links below. Now, this mat surprised me. I honestly never expected it to actually make it on the list, but it's actually been so good. I love the ability to use the mat for more stretches and almost use this like a yoga block. Things like calf stretches was something I didn't really know if I was gonna actually use this for, because it's one thing to have the capability, but it's another thing to actually be like, I'm actually gonna fold this up and use this for calf stretches. And I did. I used it all the time for that. It was really, really good. After just naturally using it in my environment, those are the things that I decided to do with the mat. But let's talk about the actual performance and the materials here. Because this uses a higher density POE foam, it's also non-toxic, which is nice, but the overall thickness of this is thinner than the ProsourceFit, as well as having a pattern on the surface, and all of that makes for some really impressive performance. It's not perfect though, it does have an issue. But as for the comfort here, well, the comfort is great. Even on a hard surface, my knees don't feel any pain or discomfort. It is very, very nice. Also the grip, both when dry or very, very wet, this allows for grip that just doesn't move around. It's really pretty impressive. And it doesn't quite have the super insane grip of higher end mats, but for what this is, it's really quite good. But the main flaw here is that it does stretch between its joints, if that makes sense. Because this has to fold, it has to have a joint that's thinner foam than the other parts. And because of that, when you're doing a stretch, especially something like downward dog, you're gonna have a little bit of stretch between those joints. Now, the thicker part of the mat doesn't stretch out, but between that, it does. This wasn't super annoying. Not like a super cheap mat that would just pull and stretch its whole body, but definitely something of note and something to consider before buying it. Now, lastly, one of the things I really like about this mat is how storable it is. It's very, very quick. Now, even though it's not a big deal to roll up your yoga mat and put it somewhere in your living room, This just looks a little bit nicer if you don't want to take the time to like put your elastic band around your mat. Just be able to super quickly fold it up, place it somewhere, and even be able to set things on top of it because, well, it is kind of like a rectangle. This just made it really snappy and quick to be like, I want to stretch in the living room, pull it out, stretch, put it back, and it doesn't look a mess. And that's really nice. All right, but with that, let's move on to the number 3 spot, which is the Manduka Eco Superlite, coming in at a price tag of $52. Now, this is where we enter into high-end yoga mat territory. This yoga mat is specifically for traveling. This is the best traveling yoga mat in the world. It is easily the thinnest and easiest to carry at only 1.5 millimeters thick. It's so thin, in fact, that you can actually fold this and put it in your suitcase, which is insanely nice, especially for something like overseas trips or long traveling trips, or really any traveling that's just not your local yoga studio. Now, the materials here are great. They're all non-toxic because they're all natural. It's natural tree rubber, so that's great. And because of that, the grip here is insane. The mat doesn't stretch at all, even a little. When practicing with this mat, you feel absolutely locked into that pose and can be extremely confident and balanced to just lean into that pose a little bit more and to know that your grip's not moving. And that's really the big difference between a higher end mat and a lower end mat. You just don't feel that really insane confidence that's like, I can just focus on stretching. I don't have to focus on worrying about my mat messing me up, which is really, really common, especially for beginners, which is not how it should be. It should be the opposite way, but that's how it is. That's probably why you're watching this video though. Okay, but comfort. This is a very thin mat and there's no getting around that. Even though the comfort isn't great here, it's actually much better than I thought it would be. I thought, especially when I opened it up and first got the mat, I was like, this is gonna hurt if you're on a hard surface. And while it definitely, you do have that, right? There is discomfort, especially on your knees on hard surfaces. It's a lot less than I expected. It does soften that discomfort, that harshness quite well. Now, again, don't expect this to be like a 5-6 millimeter style yoga mat, but it's really quite impressive. It does pull out a lot and it's absolutely worth it, especially if you're traveling constantly. It is a super nice and super lightweight for the quality here. Also, durability on material like this could literally last you a lifetime. So really nice stuff here. Overall, if you're looking for the ultimate travel yoga mat, you're really not gonna get better than the Eco Superlite. But with that, let's move on to the number 2 spot, which is the JadeYoga Harmony, coming in at a price tag of between $90 and $120 based upon the colorway that you pick. And prices do change, but it'll be basically in that range. Links below for current pricing though. And there are some beautiful colors. I personally got Tibetan Orange, which is definitely one of the more expensive colors, but wow, it is absolutely beautiful. Now, I don't think I need to say this, but this now falls into the high-end yoga mat territory. This is really a very high-end product now. Something that you're gonna buy and you're not gonna use for 2 or 3 years, but you're gonna use for maybe 10, 20, 30 years. Okay, but how's the performance? Well, firstly, the thickness here is pretty average for this class. It's 5 millimeters, so it's thin, but it's pretty average. It's made of all natural tree rubber, so non-toxic, and it's all very like eco-conscious. But because it has that super dense rubber, it has a very interesting feel out of the box. Initially, just getting it out of the box, you expect it to be a little bit more firm, a little bit more dense, and it really does have a really nice plush squishiness to it while still then kind of compressing into a very like dense mat. I really, really like that, but with like knees down on hard surfaces, if you're not on a rug underneath you, if you're not on any soft surface and just a hardwood floor, you feel some discomfort. Not pain. There's no sharp pain here. It really does take all that out. But I would say that the comfort is a 7.5 out of 10. Now, what you lack in the comfort, and again, it's just on that like slight discomfort, well, you get all of the performance, all the grip, all of the amazing grip in the wet. This has insane grip. It is the grippiest mat on the list, just a little bit more grippy than the number 1 spot. When it's wet, this mat is insane. When it's wet, the grip levels do not change. You could be like, literally, it could be raining and you're stretching, you're not losing any grip. It's pretty wild how they did that. The top is textured, but some people may not even like this because it has so much grip. I personally love it because you can really relax into your stretch and push it if you want to go, harder. It's a very relaxing experience as it allows me to just focus directly on, I want to do my stretch and I don't want anything else to come in the way of that. I love this mat. I really fell in love with this mat. The second I got it out of the box, it was like, wow, this is a great experience. This is also the most eco-conscious mat on the list. Obviously, it's all natural rubber, but it's very, very sustainable. They also plant a little tree for you like anytime you buy it. So if like, you know, you buy 2 mats, you get 2 trees, okay? That's cool. I mean, there's nothing wrong with planting trees. I love trees. And also, depending on the colorways, they like give away to charity. It's a very cool company with a really cool history and heritage that I would talk about in this video, but you guys can go on their website and check it out yourself. Very cool company, a very committed brand, and something that I think they make an awesome product with. Overall, if you just want an awesome, like A-tier, high-end yoga mat, Jade Harmony is incredible. But with that, let's move on to the number 1 spot, which is the Manduka PRO, coming in at a price tag of $138. And while that's a lot of money, it's so worth it. Now, the Manduka PRO is made out of a closed cell foam that is non-toxic and is actually certified OKO-TEX, which is a standard for testing for harmful chemicals, and obviously it passed. So non-toxic, that's important. Now, for the mat's performance out of the box, it sucks. Okay, you get this out of the box and you're like, what is wrong with this mat? It has to have a break-in. Now the break-in's really simple. You just bring your mat outside, sprinkle a decent amount of salt on it, scrub it in for 1 pass, leave it outside overnight, and then wash off the salt with water after, and it will transform into an insane mat. Everything that a yoga mat is supposed to do or should do, this does all of it with exceptional balance and perfection. It's just crazy how dialed in this mat is. It strikes the perfect balance of thickness with material density that gives you insanely good grip while also cushioning pressure points like your knees and elbows perfectly. The grip is fantastic and you feel perfectly locked in. The comfort is better than the Jade Harmony, which I prefer, being substantially thicker at 6mm versus its 5mm. And that's really the only criticism I have with the Jade. I think I just want a little bit more thickness, and that's what the Manduka PRO gives. With that added thickness, there is no pain to the knees, not even any discomfort at all. This is a perfect 10 out of 10 for comfort. It's such a dense mat that while it's thicker than the Jade, you also don't feel any less stable or confident while practicing. Your balance is still good because the density here is so thick. It compresses so well. Now, grip in the wet isn't as good as the Jade. The Jade is kind of like a 1 of 1 with the wet performance. It's pretty amazing. This one is really, really good. It's just behind that. It's just not quite on that level, but still. During really sweaty sessions, I'm a very sweaty guy, I sweat, no slipping, nothing like that, just not the level of grip in the wet that the Jade had. Now, the durability of this mat is insane. I've not only read so many stories on forums of people having these mats for years and years and years without any damage, but as well, this has a lifetime guarantee, and Manduka will fully just send you a new mat after years if something happens. If it starts to, like, I don't know, come apart or anything, they'll literally just send it out. And I looked up a lot of forums of people having past experience with doing that, so I knew if, like, is Manduka actually going to do that? Because this is an expensive mat. All of the stories that I was able to read and find, everyone has had exceptional, I mean, it sounds like exceptional experiences with that. Obviously, I have no firsthand experience with that, but it seems like it's a very good company. But overall, if you want the best yoga mat in the world that strikes the perfect balance of grip, comfort, and durability, this is it. But again, guys, if you want to check out any of the 5 yoga mats in this video, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links. Those help support the channel and allow me to do these videos because, well, I buy all this stuff, I gotta test it, and it takes a lot of money, so please use the links below. Comment if I helped you out. And if you enjoyed the video, this was a fun one to make. This is a consumer product review, and I'll see you guys in the next video.